Alrighty. Good morning. I guess it's not morning. I guess it's noontime. Excuse me for just a minute while I let the live stream catch up with reality, with real time. Make sure my starts and then I have audio. It's been a while since we've done a live stream, so this is kind of exciting. I have a video ready. Let's see, skip this. Make sure you guys can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. I can see your light chat. Oh boy, what do we have going on here? Hey Max, good afternoon, I guess. So used to saying good morning because it's my normal routine. Obviously, my 92YJ is all torn apart. It's in bits and pieces. Funny thing is, I can drive it like this. No hood, no doors, no windshield. It's kind of funny, like pulling it out, driving it around a little bit. It's just a little wacky. But I'm in the midst of getting ready to paint this, and the preparation is just, oh, I hate sanding. Like a little secret there, I hate it. It's just so tedious. Not my favorite thing. So I've been working on sanding this for a bit, and I wanted to go over the use of dry guide and just show the benefits and how that works. And it seems like a pretty slick product, so I wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, I'm in the process of restoring this 92YJ, getting ready to paint it. I have so far sanded it with 80 grit with my fancy dancy little random orbital sander. And this has all been a big process of setting up my air compressor, an air compressor that would handle a sander like this and a paint gun. Installing that, running 240, just a lot going on. I've had a lot going on lately. So we are at the point right now where I've sanded most of this with the 80 grit. I'm going to hit it with some 150 next. But in between the sanding, I wanted to show the dry guide because honestly, it's not a product I've used before, but from the reviews and things I've seen on it, it looks like stuff works pretty darn good. You know what? I'm actually gonna, no, I'll leave the shop open. I was gonna close the shop so I don't get dust in there, but it might interfere with my connection, putting earplugs in here. So it looks like we've got like 16 people on. This is not my normal live stream time. So for quite a while, I was doing live streams every Wednesday. That was a lot of fun. But honestly, it got to be too much, where I needed kind of a break from it. That was good. So right now I've got my Friday videos coming out, still working on projects, not going anywhere, having fun, working in the shop, but life just gets busy. So let's get right to that dry guide here. So this was my 80 grit, which we're done with that. And I've done a little body work on this as well, a little bit of body filler. I hope this is all coming out good that you guys can see. Oops. What is that stuck on? And now I've got my 150 grit paper ready to go. But in between in between sanding, or actually back to body work. So I did some body work, a little body filler. That'll be on an upcoming video, so I didn't want to release that this week. I wanted to go over a little bit of sanding first. Next week will probably be on the body filler, which is kind of fun. So dry guide is super helpful with, that's one of the things I struggle with sanding. So you're sanding, I'm going to spend, probably 75% of my time up here, and I'm going to miss a little spot like, yeah, you did 75% of your sanding here and only 25% over here. The nice thing about dry guide, so I've got my 80 grit scratch marks in there. We want to, before we paint, we want to get all those scratch marks out so our paint looks nice, right? So we're going to take a little bit of dry guide, and all this does is go into those little cracks so you can see them. You can see the little scratch marks. This is a brand new bottle. So you can see the scratch marks of where you've sanded and where you haven't. Need to get a little more on there. So we'll try a coat of this on there. Now let me flip this over so I put my gloves on. I got my mask on, ear protection, eye protection, because yeah, you don't want to be breathing this dust in. And yeah, to do this, obviously I've installed an air compressor. It's a nice air compressor, I really like it. But maybe I'll go over at some point just what all that took, because honestly, to put that, what is it, an 80-gallon large air compressor in, there was quite a bit to it. And yeah, I initially sanded with 150, or not 150, with 80, because I was taking away a lot of the paint. Wanted to get a lot of it down to bare metal. There was previous body work on this, previous body filler, so a lot of things I needed to level out. You don't necessarily have to start with 80 unless you want to strip most of the paint like I did. So if you can kind of see, it's a little bit darker all around here. Let's see what this takes off with the dry guide here. So you kind of see all those deeper grooves right there. So I can see what I've sanded, what I haven't, what needs, if you guys can still hear me, what needs a little extra loving. And that's what I mean. I'll spend a lot of time in one area, a lot of time there, and then I'll kind of go over that quickly, and I'll miss spots. So the dry guide is good at just helping you identify, like, hey, don't forget me. I didn't get any dry guide down there. Let's try some. So the last thing you want to do is go through all the work of, I think most people know that I get into body work, painting. Prep is honestly probably the most important step, which I hate the prep. The prep is so hard. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit that way. Prep is just so tedious, but it's super important. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I can still see some scratch marks up here. I'm just working on getting some of these out. That's the basic premise, though, of dry guide. Let me check my comments real quick. Boy, that compressor is loud. Let's see, we got 18 people on right now. I think I need to reset this to see the chat. A little hard to see right now. There we go. Oh, Friesen's on here. Fun stuff. Oh, hey Friesen, you want to come over and help me sand? That'd be awesome. Can't stay. I just wanted to say hi. Good luck. Thanks, JeepSolid. Hey, bro, I'm doing the thing. Same thing on my Jeep. Who is that? Carlos. Yeah. Oh, Carlos. Sanding is tough. Not tough. I'll say it's fairly easy. What I need to do is get out here and get my kids out here sanding. Let me get a brush and brush that off real quick, and we'll let's see, where's my brush? I know I got a brush around here somewhere. I guess I'll just use a little broom. I got a little broom over here. There we go. We'll just brush some of this off. Yeah, still some marks in there I can see. So I probably got to spend a little more time on that, but honestly it feels good. But I can just still see some of the scratch marks. So we'll be hitting it with a little more dry guide, doing some more sanding. That's what I'm doing this afternoon. But yeah, the dry guide will really pick up those scratches and imperfections. But honestly, on this Jeep, I'm not super worried about it. There's a lot of other little body dents and dings on this Jeep that I am painting it, but not super worried about having that paint job be perfect, because there's imperfections on the back quarter panel, driver's side quarter panel. There's some bad bodywork from the previous owner back there. So I'm not going to have this Jeep perfect, and by all means I'm not trying to get it perfect. I know it would take way too many hours, and this is just a project Jeep to kind of learn on, practice my skill at all these different things, bodywork and body filler and welding and painting and priming. I do think I'll use a high build primer, unless you guys have some good tips out there. Some high build primer to fill in some of the imperfections as well. But that's what I'm doing today, sanding using the dry guide. I still have a little bit of 80 grit work I need to do on the front, but everything else has been sanded with 80 grit. I gotta go around with 150 and then a higher grit from there before I can get ready for priming, obviously. So leave a comment down below and let me know your painting tips, dry guide tips, any bodywork tips that you have. Love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much and have a good day.